The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Saints on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Superdome here in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year, is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-place sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Carr. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's Purdy. Over the, and a loose tackle. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Purdy will look to throw again here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. To throw his Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that one too high and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now Carr again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes it to Olave. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Carr now on first down. Smith catches left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd down and a yard. Kamara up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Six nothing our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Kamara. A beautiful fake. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Try to pound it in. Kamara. And he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are an extra point away now from moving out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL,
You're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Purdy on 3rd down. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and they can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Carr. Olave over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Third and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know. to put the ball on the ground, he's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp?
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing his car on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Carr now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Carr going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Purdy off the play fake. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. A man who played collegiately here in Louisiana, Elijah Mitchell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. Play call.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Purdy looking to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Delay of game, offense.
So just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. McCaffrey following the penalty. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to move back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a toss, Kamara left side. Good footwork at the 30. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That is caught by Johnson. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Slant pass complete to Olave. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Carr now on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC